Grand Rising YouTube, Grand Rising. Good evening, good day, depending on where you are. I'm back in again to tap into the messages that's sent to me, through me, for me to share. Now this is the part 3, Tarot Alone. There's a part 1 and 2 that's already up on my channels. I was meant to come back and do the tarot literally straight after I uploaded the first 2. But whilst I was writing this rising in between that pause, I kind of got sidetracked. Had to carry out a few errands, and when I came back, I got sidetracked again. But nevertheless, I've been in this energy. I keep feeling that nudge to come back to the table. But again, it's that kind of resistance. There's a resistance energy here. So anyway, nevertheless, I'm here now. But as I sat down, before I read what I wrote, this rising, I've been drawn back firstly to this card, which came out in part 1 of this new season. And it's card number 30, the day boy and the night girl. That's the balance. It says balance. The card also that came out, and I was confused throughout that reading until I think it was the second or the third reading of this new season. This is the card that also came through, is the 3 witchy sisters, the power of 3. I keep hearing, every time I say it, I hear the power of 3 will set you free. The power of 3 will set you free. I got that from Charmed, the seasons, and again, there's a strong energy here of Leo, the white light, also Phoebe and Cole, that kind of unforbidden love kind of an energy, strongly around the energy of the children of Lur and the 12 dancing princesses from my season 9, which again is in a concealed folder. There's I think 1 or 2 in relation to those Pisces readings. But again, this is the card that came out in Pisces season, card number 30, 2 little witches. But then, as I'm sitting here, tapping back into the energy, I'm channeling the messages, and there's something here. Again, I pick up this energy of snatched souls. 1's missing. Card number 30, break it down to 3, but there's only 2. Where's the 3rd one? But I feel like within this season, the 3rd one's being found. But there's a restriction over this lost soul. That magical hat's been taken. It's almost like a capture. Eyes are open whilst the other 2 are closed. Familiarity. Whereas the one in the middle, there's something strange, a fish out of water, you know? Again, here's the one, eyes open. It's that doppelganger kind of energies that I'm picking up on, that's going on throughout the whole tarot community. This is the kind of energy I'm picking up on. And then going back to my karmic, didn't realize that you had the ability to read in the dark also. So anyway, as I was writing, I'm gonna read what I wrote here. And I've got, at 7:17 a.m. during a pause, able to see something that was missing. And as I'm writing this, I was in a highly intuitive energy connected to the readings that's uploaded already. And as I was writing, I started writing in green, and for the last few days I've been writing in green, and I kept on getting this energy even when I wrote my my new cards here, bring love into the situation. But as I was writing this rising, something saying to me, there's no more love being served at this table. Whosoever's resonating with the energy of Hansel is realized that there's no love being served at the table, and they're needing to now walk away. That was the advice of the ancestor, grandfather energy. This rising, that was a deep message. It's a responsibility of a high priestess to deliver this message to whosoever this Hansel may be within your circle. Something's missing, something's more clear, the bigger picture, two sides of a coin. So somebody's seeing two sides of a coin, someone's getting the full 100. Love is no longer being served. Leave, walked away. Truth, more than half truth. Nothing but the truth, so help me God. Oaths, justice, which is at the bottom of the deck for the next reading, which is overall energy for the next reading. Synergy also is what come through, and I'm very much guided to add that to the next reading along with the justice card, which was card 41. Break it down to a 5. Frequency, communication, in regards to changing, releasing pressure of the mind, realizing somebody's realizing their full potential. Wherever this masculine is heading, it's an unfamiliar to them. It's an alternative way of living. And I heard plain as day this rising, it's gotta get worse before it gets better. Stable. You have the power to see not only in the good, the light times, but also in the bad, the dark times. Is the reason your paths have crossed. This time, past life energy. You're one of those doors, those possibilities that hope to their affairs. Same book, just different page. And then I was picking up a load of numbers and ratios like 6 to 7. Like I was just getting a load of numbers. And that was based off of the time and also the date. And again, we're in that 222 energy, which has come up frequently throughout my Pisces season 9, the hidden truths. And this season, this new season 2, the hidden Tel of Hansel. Again, I'm guided to read card number 30, which is the day boy, night girl. And the reason why I'm guided to use that is because, like I said, this energy here that I'm tapped into here, today's message, and I think it's throughout the whole of the Children of Lur energy, for those who's connected to the energy of Hansel. I don't feel like there's a romantic connection. I feel like this is more so a platonic connection. So I'm going to read this card from the book. So it says, you must learn to be strong in the dark as well as in the day, else you will always be only half brave. In this haunting original fairy tale, a boy is captured by a witch and kept in a tower. He is only allowed to witness and know of the daylight and lives each day from sunrise to sunset. In another part of the tower dwells a girl, also a prisoner of the witch, and this girl is being taught only of the night. She lives only in the dark, and both are only permitted to know half of all the world has to offer. But when both escape and eventually meet, they guide each other through the times that are unknown, of the dark and of the light. For both of these innocents, the unknown is terrifying, but slowly they learn to trust each other, and each allows the other to be their guide through the unknown. This is a deeply hopeful and powerful story. The young woman teaches the young man that the night is not to be feared, nor are the moon and the stars. Likewise, he helps her feel safe and allows herself to feel the warmth of the sun, to see all colors for the first time, and to step into the light. It is also touching and so balanced and symmetrical. Both the day boy and the night girl are fearful, and both are heroic. Each is the student and the teacher, and neither can be whole or truly brave until they can work with the dark and the light within themselves, in the outside world and throughout their lives. So if this car comes to you, know that you cannot live afraid of the light. For the bright light that is wanting to shine on you and bring you to your full and radiant life is healing light. The warmth of love and the joy and your own flourishing cannot be hidden away from. And you cannot hide from the dark either. There will be times of stillness and quiet and subtle hiddenness. When you can walk unwatched and be more of an observer in the world, you are all light and darkness whirling together, radiant and starlight, and you must also balance the aspects of masculine and feminine within you. Now is the time to work with your fears. For now is the time when you can finally come to wholeness despite all that you've been taught. And I feel like here what the restriction was, whoever this witch was that had the day boy and the night girl, whosoever had Hansel and Gretel, didn't want them to know, first of all, the potential of who they are. They wanted them to have no remembrance of where it was that they were coming from. Going back to the cards that came through in my past life deck. That's Egypt. It's the energy of Egypt here. Israelite energy. So the only way to do that is to not allow that person or that to absorb the energy that they're needing to focus on in order to bring that balance. Now for Hansel, they didn't want Hansel to recognize the feminine energy within him. They wanted Hansel to stay within the trauma of the feminine, of the foundation that's needing to be healed. That energy of feeling abandoned, neglected, craving for something more, craving a feminine energy because you know it's within you, but you can't see it around you, so therefore your soul's craving it. Same for the night girl. I don't feel like there's a romantic connection here at all, but there's an energy of familiarity, an energy of I feel your pain, who feels it knows, common denominator, problem solution conclusion.